𝑚r. Who are you? She spoke calmly, which made 𝘽𝒔 startle. 𝘽𝒔. What are you saying, Uma? Doctor. Mr. Jain, wait, let me check her. He said, and 𝘽𝒔 moved away. Then doctor started checking her. Doctor. She lost her memories, he said, which made him wide-eyed in shock. 𝘽𝒔. But how? He asked, but doctor let out a sigh, and he spoke. Doctor, I think something hard hit her head. Due to this, she lost her memories. 𝘽𝒔. Then, when will her memories will be back? Doctor, we can't say anything, Mr. Jain. She will gain a little by the time comes, he said, and 𝘽𝒔 nodded his head. 𝘽𝒔. Can I take my mother to home? Doctor, we will take some tests and we will check if she is perfectly alright. Then you can take her to home, he said, and he did some tests and he left the room. Mr. Jain, so you are my son? She asked, and 𝘽𝒔 gulped his tears harder and he nodded his head. Mr. Jain, I'm sorry for not recognizing you. Forgive me. 𝘽𝒔, it's not your fault. You will remember me soon. Mr. Jain, then what happened to me? Why I'm in the hospital? 𝘽𝒔, you had an accident, he said, which made Mr. Jain bob her head. Doctor, you can go to home. She's fine. If anything is emergency, then you can bring her to the hospital. 𝘽𝒔, okay doctor, thank you, he said, and doctor patted his head and they both made their way to the mansion. Mr. Jain, so is this our home? She asked, while looking at the house, and he nodded his head. 𝘽𝒔? Mr. Jain, who is she? When he heard her words, he looked at her in shock. Don't you know me? 𝘽𝒔, Oma, she is 𝑦𝒔, my wife, he said, which made her look at you. She gave a small smile to you and immediately smiled at her. Mr. Jain, you're really beautiful, daughter. 𝘽𝒔 is lucky to have you. She chirped in happiness, which made you give her an awkward laugh. 𝘽𝒔, Oma, let's go to your room. You should take rest, he said, and he took her to the room. What happened to her? Why can't she remember me? You are in your own thoughts. But suddenly you flinched when you felt 𝘽𝒔's hand on your shoulder. 𝘽𝒔, she lost her memories. She can't remember anything. But won't she remember about her memories? 𝘽𝒔, she will remember it a little by little. Mr. Jain, 𝘽𝒔, he shouted while coming inside, and you both looked at him. Mr. Jain, where is she? 𝘽𝒔, come, let's go, he said, and 𝘽𝒔 looked at you. Then you also started following him. Mr. Jain, who are you? 𝘽𝒔, she forgot her memories, he whispered in his ears, and Mr. Jain nodded his head a little. Mr. Jain, I'm your husband, honey. Mr. Jain, oh, sorry, I don't remember about you. Mr. Jain, as long as you are fine, it matters me most. Thank God you are safe, and we all will stay together happily, he said while smiling. And 𝘽𝒔 also gave a small smile while looking at you, but you maintained a poker face. You went outside, and 𝘽𝒔 started following you. 𝘽𝒔, aren't you happy that she woke up? What is the use of it when she forgot everything? Still, aren't you gonna blame me that your mother lost her memories because of me? 𝘽𝒔, why you have to say this, 𝑦𝒔? Let's leave everything. I believe you that you didn't kill Yuna, and I forgave you. Who asked your damn forgiveness when you are the one to beg for my forgiveness? 𝘽𝒔, so you don't feel sorry for hurting my mother? I felt before, but not now. She harmed Yuna. 𝘽𝒔, I'm telling you again that she didn't harm her. I believe her. She is my mother, 𝑦𝒔. She can't kill her son's happiness, he said, which made a sarcastic chuckle left from your mouth. You're thinking like that, but she's having venom in her blood. 𝘽𝒔, stop bad-mouthing about my mother. I won't tolerate it, he said while clenching his fist, which made you angry, and you shouted on him. Didn't I tolerated you when you bad-mouthed about me? When you will come to know about the truth, you will regret it badly, 𝘽𝒔. You will beg for my forgiveness, but I will not forgive you. You saw my soft side, but I'm not going to tolerate your behavior from now, you said while pointing your finger to him, and you left to your room. Jungkook sat on the couch and he rubbed his forehead. Jungkook, I was happy that my mother woke up from coma and I want to forget everything and I want to give her a chance. But why everything feels very hard? Why we both are suffering in this mess? He mumbled while closing his eyes, but his eyes shot up when he heard his father's voice. Mr. Jen, still are you blaming her? Jungkook, no. Mr. Jen, how can I believe you? He said, which made Jungkook close his eyes in frustration. Jungkook, then don't believe me, as if you believe me every time. Mr. Jen, don't dare to raise your voice at me, he said, and Jungkook looked at him coldly. Jungkook, why are you irritated? Did I say anything when you raised your voice at me? Mr. Jen, shut up. Remember that I'm your father, he said, which made sad chuckle left from Jungkook's mouth. Jungkook, father? Where were you when I need you the most? Where were you when the mother is in the hospital? Where were you when we all are suffering? Mr. Jen, you're not a small kid. You have to handle everything. Jungkook, just I'm carrying your surname. I feel like outsider with you, he said while glaring at him, which made Mr. Jen angry. He came towards Jungkook and he raised his hand to slap Jungkook, but he controlled himself. Jungkook, what can I expect from you? He said while letting out his cough, and he went to his room. He saw you sitting on the bed, then he slowly made his way towards you. Jungkook, YN? His voice made you raise your head and he looked at him. You, so your mother woke up from coma, right? Are you happy? Jungkook, yes, I'm happy. You, then Yuna, will you believe that I didn't kill her? Jungkook, I don't know the answer for this, YN. Let's leave everything and we will lead a happy life. You, the audacity of you coming those words from your mouth, shame on you. You faked your love to me and telling that we will live a happy life, you said while looking at him coldly, which made a deep sigh left from his mouth. Jungkook, just for once, understand from my perspective, YN, Yuna died and I didn't even see her. My amma is in hospital. I didn't even understood what should I do in that situation. I'm helpless, YN. I can't even understand. Should I search for Yuna or should I stay with my mother? Okay, leave that matter. Will you believe me if I say that I didn't fake my love to you? He said, which made your head shot up. You, do you want me to believe you again? I'm not a fool, Jungkook. You don't know about my painful past, Jungkook, and I made them regret for their whole life who made you suffer, he said while clenching his fist, which made your eyes widen. You, so you are the reason for the accident? He asked, but he didn't say anything, which made you shout at him. You, by doing this all, what you will get, Jungkook? Do you think you will win me by doing this? Never. Remember that. You made me like this. You changed me. You used me. You faked everything, you said, and he left the room and he sat on the bed. Jungkook, what happened to me? Why I am feeling weak in front of you? I hate to say that. I fell for you, YN. I don't know what should I do. I am confused. My heart is saying that you are innocent, but my mind is not accepting it. I am always telling that I am faking my love to you, but it is a lie. He let out a sigh and he slept on the bed while thinking about you. After a few days, you and Jungkook's mother talking with each other, and you're shocked that how much she is kind to you. She is always talking to you and taking care of you like own mother, and you're regretting that why you hurted her. You, Oma, I have to say something to you. Mistress Jian, what is it, daughter? The word daughter made you gulp. It made you feel overwhelmed when she called you as daughter because it is the first time someone addressing you as the daughter. You, Oma, I'm sorry. Mistress Jian, why baby? Is something bothering you? She said while patting your head, and the tears flowed from your hazel eyes, which are wetting your cheeks. Mistress Jian panicked by seeing your condition, and she immediately hugged you. You, I regret badly for hurting you. Because of me, you was in coma. I don't know why I pushed you. You don't deserve this, Oma. You thought to yourself while wiping your tears, and you broke the hug. Then you looked at her. You, actually, I'm feeling motherly love from you. Mistress Jian, I'm your Oma, baby, she said while cupping your cheeks, which made you smile. You're happy that she's showing her affection to you. Jungkook, hello, my ladies. He said, which made you roll your eyes. In this case, Jungkook also behaving good to you, but you didn't get him at all. He's trying his best, but you are ignoring him. Mr. Chen, son, why there are no photos of yours? I want to see your wedding pictures. She said, which made him panic, and he laughed sarcastically. Your son is so busy in forcing me to marry him, you said, and Jungkook noticed the sarcasm in your voice, but Mr. Chen shook the head as no, because she thought that as couple fights. Mr. Chen, you both look cute and beautiful together. Why don't you make me a grandma soon? I'm waiting for that day. She said, which made both of your eyes widen, and Jungkook gulped his saliva and he spoke. Jungkook, Oma, you should rest, and doctor told that you shouldn't talk too much. He said, which made her roll her eyes. Mr. Chen, I'm perfectly fit and fine, and you both are locked in the mansion because of me. I want both of you to go to a date. She said, but you eventually shook your head as no. No, Amma, your health is not well. If you need any, Mr. Chen, maids are present in the mansion, and if I need anything, they will take care of me. And now hurry up soon, young couples, go fast, come on. She said while pushing both of you, and Jungkook looked at you. Jungkook, shall we go then? You, as if I have a choice. He said coldly, and he left him to get ready, which made him sad sight left from his lips. After some time, Jungkook is waiting for you, and he saw the time in his watch. He was about to shout your name, but you're coming towards him. Jungkook, you're looking gorgeous. He really meant it, what he said, but you looked at him coldly. Then you spoke. You, as if you really said that from your heart. Stop faking, at least now. You said angrily, and he sighed. Then he left him, and he started following you. Jungkook, so we will go to a cave. He said, but you ignored his words. Then he also didn't talk with you, and you both made your way to the cave. You both sat, and a waiter came towards you. Waiter, so what is your order, madam? Jungkook, can't you ask me? He said, but waiter ignored him, which made Jungkook bang his fist on the table in anger. Jungkook, damn, ignorance is not good always. Do you get it? He said coldly, which made waiter gulp, and he came towards Jungkook. Then he asked to him. Waiter, so what is your order, sir? He asked, and Jungkook ordered your favorite pizza and milkshake for both of them. You, I don't like those. I hate them. Please, I want white sauce pasta. Jungkook, okay then, same goes to me. He said, and the waiter nodded his head. Then he went, and Jungkook is looking at you without blinking his eyes. You, can you stop staring at me? Jungkook, why? Am I making your heart flutter? He said, which made you scoff because of his words. You, stop joking around. Those were used to give me butterflies, but I'm feeling like I'm surrounded by taunts by listening to your words. You said while glaring at him, which made his heart stab. Now he is understanding that how much he hurt you because of the name of revenge. Waiter, sir, madam, your order. He said, and he placed the dishes. You're eating without saying anything, and Jungkook lost his appetite, and he noticed it, that he's not eating, but he shrugged it because you're hungry, and Jungkook is looking at you with a little smile. You, do you want me to eat or not? You're again staring at me continuously. You said, and he took his eyes away from you, and he spoke. Jungkook, I'm sorry. He mumbled a little, which made you sigh, and he went to the washroom. Jungkook wiped his tears, then he immediately came to the washroom. Jungkook, I deserve all of this. I made her cry many times, without saying anything. She endured everything. My YN is very strong. He chuckled and he wiped his tears. Then he made his way towards you. He clenched his fist in anger when he saw the waiter placed his hand on your shoulder. He immediately made his way to you, and he pushed the waiter, and he started punching him as if he's the punching bag. Jungkook, how dare you to touch my wife? You, he said while throwing the punches to him. The waiter was trying to dodge it off, but he's feeling weak. You, Jungkook, stop it. He was about to slip, so suddenly he placed his hand on my shoulder. You said, but your words didn't get into his ears. You got angry on him. You grabbed Jungkook by his wrist and you pushed him. Your next action made yours and his eyes widened. You slapped him harder, which made his face turn to the right side. Slowly, he kept his left hand on his burning left cheek and he looked at you. He gulped while seeing the moisture filled in his eyes. You stop behaving like an obsessed freak. Why can't you listen what others are saying? He's innocent. Say sorry to him, you said while glaring at him. But he responded to you immediately. Jungkook, I won't, he said, and he caught your wrist and he started dragging you with him. He's driving the car while gulping continuously. You looked at him from the corner of your eyes. You clutched your dress into fist when you saw him gulping the tears. You both didn't say anything. Millions of thoughts are roaming in your both heads. Jungkook, if she used to slap me for what I have done to her, I'm sure that I will accept it. Without thinking twice, I was shocked and scared when he touched her. Does she hate me that much? He thought to himself while driving the car. There was a silence between you both, but suddenly he stopped the car and he got down outside. Jungkook, damn it, why you have to be punched now? I have no extra tire also. He mumbled and he called one of the guards to bring another car. Jungkook, tire is punctured. You stay inside. Don't come outside. He said from outside, which made you sigh. And is walking to see if there are any puncture shops present or not. You looked at the mirror, your eyebrows furrowed in confusion when you saw about 5 cars. You got down from the car and you called Jungkook. Then he looked at you. You, Jungkook? Jungkook, what happened? He asked, but you pointed the finger to the cars, which made his eyes widened. Jungkook, damn, where is my gun? He said and he started searching for the gun, but he didn't find it. He's confused because he will keep the gun in the car. And out of sudden, how he disappeared? They stopped the cars in front of Jungkook and Jungkook pushed you back off him and he's shielding you. Jaehyun, so both of you are helpless. How poor both of you? He said while smirking, which made Jungkook clench his fist in anger. Jungkook, you came in the wrong timing, scumbag. I know you are the reason of missing of my gun and puncture of the tire. How cheap of you to do these things, he said, which made Jaehyun laugh evilly. Jaehyun, so let's talk about your wife now. How will you save her from me? I will kill her in front of you. Jungkook, how dare you? As I'm alive, I won't let a single scratch fall on her. Mark my words, he said, but suddenly he felt tug on his shirt, which made him turn towards you. You, let's go from here. I'm scared. Jungkook, nothing will happen to you. When I'm with you, I promise you, I will die if it happens to save you. He said and he pushed you in the car and he closed the door. Jungkook, don't come outside, he said, and you didn't say anything. You're scared that how he will deal with them because there are about 10 people surrounding them. Jaehyun, what are you waiting, idiots? Attack him! He shouted and the 2 guards came to him with the knife in their hands. You're scared and you're continuously praying to God that nothing should happen to him. Jungkook easily kicked them and punched them, which made them fall. Jungkook, bunch of idiots. You ordered to kill me? You appointed ants to kill the lion, he said while speaking, and again the 4 guards came to him. He kicked one of the guards, which made him fall on the other guard. And Jungkook is pointing his finger to the other guard to come to him, then immediately kicked in his heart, which made him fall, and another one ran immediately to save his life. He turned towards you while he showed you a little smile, which made you sigh in relief. But your eyes broadened up in terror when you saw Jaehyun behind him. He was about to shout, but he stabbed Jungkook, which made him look at him. And Jaehyun immediately ran to save his life. You, Jungkook! He immediately came outside and he fell on his knees. You, oh God, you're bleeding so much. Jungkook, again, I'm making you cry. I'm sorry, please don't cry. It's my karma for hurting you. I'm sorry, Vayan, he said while cupping your cheeks, and he opened the car door and he took the scarf. You tied it around his torso to stop the bleeding. Jungkook, Aish, it's very small. You're scared for nothing. You, shut up. Don't talk. But he's still not coming. You said, and he placed your hands on the side of his waist to stop the bleeding. Jungkook, I just love the way how you care for me. I'm thankful to God that for sending you in my life, he said, and he cuffed the blade, which made you panic. You, oh God, please be safe. You're crying, and Jungkook tiredly raised his hand to wipe your tears. Then that God came, so you both immediately made him sit in the car, and you both made your way to the hospital. Jungkook closed his eyes, and you're unaware of it. You, Jungkook, we are here. Please don't close your eyes, you said, and you looked at him, but you saw him with closed eyes, and you both immediately took him to the hospital. You, doctor, please save him. Doctor, Mr. Jian? Oh God, what happened to him? He asked in astonished, and he responded to him. You, someone attacked him. Please treat him fast, you said, and doctor went inside, and you sat on the chair. God, madam, this is boss hospital, so I arrived here, and don't worry, a little step doesn't harm him, he said, and he nodded your head. You can go now, and don't say it to his mother. God, okay madam, he said, and he nodded your head, and he left the hospital. You, please be safe, you mumbled, and you're continuously wiping your tears, but they're not stopping. You're scared, and you're continuously praying to the God. You, idiot, can't you see he's having a damn knife? You mumbled with tears, and after a hour, the doctor came outside while removing the mask. Doctor, nothing to worry, he's fine now, he said, which made you smile a little. You, thank you so much, doctor. Doctor, it's okay, take care of him. I thought that everything will be perfectly alright, but now he admitted in the hospital. He suffered a lot, he said, and you don't know what to say, so you awkwardly gave a note to him. Doctor, he said that he have no one by his side except his mother. By the way, you are? You, I'm his wife, you said, which made him gasp. Doctor, so you are his wife? He said that he married someone forcefully. You. Oh, is it? Doctor, yes, he tells me that I'm like his dad. I'm happy for that. He shares his problem with me. I know that. He forced you to marry him, and he told me that he regretted it badly by forcing you. He is destroyed by listening his loved one death. He's very good person, and I know he did wrong in forcing you. I hope everything changes, and you both should lead a happy life. I want to see him smiling happily. You don't know what to say. You listen these words without saying anything, and you can't understand. That's why Jungkook feels father figure by seeing the doctor. You, can I see him? Doctor, yes, you can, he said, and he barged in the room. You, do you think as a superhero or what? You idiot? See what you made yourself, you said, which made him chuckle, and he looked at him coldly. Jungkook, see, I told you right, this is just a little stab, baby. You, shut up and take rest, you said, and he shook his head as no. Jungkook, I'm planning to discharge, and now you're telling me to take rest? No, it's not possible. You, no, you have to. Jungkook, doctor, doctor, he shouted, which made doctor come to the room immediately. Doctor, what happened? Are you feeling any pain? He asked, but Jungkook bobbed his head as no. Jungkook, I want to go to home. Doctor, okay, you can, he said, which made her jaw drop. You, what are you saying, doctor? He had been stabbed, and now you're telling him to go to home? Doctor, nothing to worry, Mr. Chen. He's fine and stable, and you can take him to the home, he said while ushering you, which made you sigh. Jungkook, see, I told you right, and Amma will be tensed. We have to go to home, he said, and he nodded your head. You, thank you, doctor, you said, and you bowed at him, which made him smile. Doctor, It's okay, Mr. Jian Jungkook, he said, and unknowingly a red tint formed on your cheeks. And Jungkook chuckled by listening him, and he left. Jungkook, he is very close to me. He listened everything without pointing me. He took care of me when no one is not by my side. I'm thankful to him. This is the place I hate the most. I came to know about her death, and my mother admitted here. And see now, again I came to this place, he said, and he listened to him without saying anything. Jungkook, okay, let's go now, he said, and you both made your way to the mansion. Mistress Jian, how is your date, my kids? Jungkook, it's fine, Amma. We both are enjoyed, and I troubled YN. Mistress Jian, such a clumsy you are, she said while smiling, and Jungkook chuckled tiredly. But you are not saying anything. You are still thinking about the slap. Mistress Jian, YN? What happened, dear? She asked in worried tone, and you moved your eyes to her. You, nothing, Oma. We both are tired. We will take rest, you said, and she moved her head. You, take rest, you said, but you heard no reply from him, and you turned your head. Then you saw him looking outside from the window. You left the room without saying anything. Jungkook, how did he attack me? And how the hell he made my gun vanish? Someone is betraying me and doing the things behind my back, he mumbled while looking outside, but he sighed. Jungkook, I'm sad that the way she ignored me when she slapped me. I think I did mistake by punching him. Why it's always my fault? Why no one can understand me? He whispered to himself, then he slept. After a few days, Jungkook is recovering. He can't understand that we are behaving cold and harsh to him. He's feeling sad by seeing your behavior towards him. You both are acting like a lovely couple in front of his mother, but behind her, you both are looking each other as complete strangers. Jungkook, YN? You, what? You said coldly, which made him gulp, and he spoke. Jungkook, can you change my bandage? You, don't you have hands? Change it by yourself. I'm not your caretaker. Jungkook, but you, or else call the doctor and go to the doctor. I don't care. Don't call me to do these stupid things, he mumbled while drying the flower vase, and he closed the door harshly. Jungkook, I made her like this. I'm solely responsible for it, he mumbled, and he came to the living room, and he saw you smiling while talking with his mother, which made his heart warm. When you saw him, you immediately made your face as a poker one, which made him sad. He didn't speak anything, but he sat opposite side to you and is observing you without your knowing. Mistress Jian, what happened, son? Why are you silent? Jungkook, nothing, Mama, just stressed because of the office works. Mistress Jian, are you sure? Because I feel something happened between you both. Jungkook, no, everything is fine between us. Be assured, he said, which made you scoff in disbelief, and you astonished by seeing him acting in front of his mother. Jungkook is hurt by seeing your different behavior for him, but he is enduring everything without saying anything to you. Jungkook is in own thoughts, but suddenly you all heard the doorbell ring. Jungkook, I will open it, he said, and he rolled your eyes, but his mother nodded her head. He made his way towards the door and he slowly opened it. He still didn't saw the person, but the person hugged him, which made his eyes widen. That person broke the hug and cupped Jungkook's cheeks, which made him startled. He whispered by looking at that person,